What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here. So on that note, if you've never been here to Imperfect Millionaires and you're not part of these series that's going on right now, you found your way into day 5 of a series. And what we're talking about is we're talking about a little company called HBA, and we're talking about how to create a $10,000 a month income online, from home, from anywhere really, from your laptop computer basically, or your phone even, from anywhere you want to be. But if you're on day 5 right now and you've never seen any of these videos, I'm going to recommend you go back to day 1, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time explaining it, but just take my word for it. You don't want to be on day 5. There's a whole lot of things I'm going to talk about that probably won't make any sense to you. So I'm going to assume going forward that you have seen all the other 4 videos. If you haven't, please go back to day 1 and start there. So you can see here, this is day 4. I'm recording day 5 right now as I'm talking to you, so it's not posted yet. But just go back over here to day 1 and get started. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Essentially, what you'll do if you want to know more is go back over here to day 1. But if you want to know what HBA is, just go down below this video, click show more, and there's a link right here that will take you to Money Printer 1. That will lead you to a place where you put in your name and email, and that will lead you to a page that will tell you all about HBA, everything that it is. What I'm doing is I'm taking that and I'm breaking that down step by step and showing people how I've done it, how friends of mine have done it, and how you too can take that little project, $25 project, and build a $10,000 a month income. Okay? So if that interests you, I'm going to say, please go back over to day 1. All right. And again, welcome. So now, welcome back. If you're back, we are on day 5. And I realized that there was some confusion in video 4. I said that I was going to provide you some email swipes for MLGS, and I did. But what I didn't do is I didn't tell you where they were. So my bad, my apologies. There, go to video 4 and drop down below, just like I was just talking about here where Money Printer 1 is. And you'll see that there's these 2 links here. There's a whole lot of email swipes there. You can take the subject, you can take the body, you can arrange it however you like. You can change it to fit more like kind of how you might talk, if that makes sense. It's getting late in the day for me, so I'm drinking coffee, folks. I apologize. But, oh man, that's good. I don't apologize that much. So go down here, hit these email swipes, and that's something I want to walk through today. I'm going to walk you through another MLGS posting, and as I said, I keep my drafts in my drafts on my email because I'm out and about a lot, so it's really easy for me just to do that, and then I put it in my draft and I can get everything ready, almost everything. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute if you don't remember from the last time. But I'm getting some pretty good feedback on MLGS. Some people have already got some sales. They started with MLGS, and one guy has 1 account and he's got a sale already, and one guy has 5 accounts and he's got 2 sales. He thinks he's got a third probably today. So congratulations, everybody. I'm glad to hear it. That's what I'm here for. I want to help. I want to help people change their financial situation. Okay. So that said, I'm getting some questions, and I want to address those here. How long does it take? Okay, that's kind of an open-ended question, you guys. That's kind of a loaded question because that depends upon how much effort you're putting in for 1 and just you for 2. Like, how comfortable are you with all these things and figuring your way through it? Here's the reality. That's why I set this up to be, I said 2023. Do people do it faster? Yes. One thing I want to caution everybody watching this video about, I hear people come back to me, they're like, well, I saw this guy on the internet and he launched this course and man, he's just killing it within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. But if you've never built a list before, if you don't have previous engagement, if you don't have previous followers and you don't have those things already, it's going to take you longer. But my question is this to everybody. I want you to think about it like this. If it took you the rest of 2023 to build a $10,000 a month income, or whatever your goal is, I mean, if it's 2,000, whatever that is, if you don't do something, what are you going to have in 2024? Does that make sense? And I'm not saying that I'm the only way or this is the, and by a long shot, guys. There's a ton of ways to make money out there. I'm here for people who are interested in doing this to show you how to do it step by step. What I don't like is there's a lot of gurus, right, on the internet that, man, they're like, oh, look what I did in a week. Yeah, but what they didn't tell you is for 10 years they've been building an email list, and they could put on a pair of tennis shoes and 500 people would buy those shoes, right? Because they're influencers. And if that's what you're here to be, cool. But you got to earn that. That's all I'm trying to say. And I don't mean that disrespectfully in any way. I just want to make sure that good people who have the capacity to do this and the desire to do this do not get discouraged, okay? Enough of that rant. How do I stay on track? Okay, so I think that question pertains to, there's certain things that you got to do, like MLGS, for example. You send it out every 24 hours. What I do is I just write down real simple. I keep things simple as can be, and you're going to learn more about me. That's my entire philosophy for life. That's what I taught for years in coaching is simplificationism, actually. And yes, I did make that up if you're wondering. Just simple term, just boil everything down to a simplest process and do it that way because it serves me the best. Okay? So how do I stay on track? Here's what I do. I just write down everything that I know needs to be done, and I set alarms on my phone to remind me to do it. That's it. And it's written on paper too, but I don't always look at that paper. But when I'm doing something and that alarm goes off, it reminds me, oh yeah, I got to do that, right? Because I got a lot of things that I do. I run a lot of businesses, and it helps keep me on track. Okay, so those were the two main questions. If anybody else has any other questions, please feel free to hit me up. You can text me, obviously. My number's right there on the screen. I will respond. It is me, by the way. I respond to everything. So if I don't respond within 5 minutes, please be patient with me. Sometimes it takes me up to 24 hours, but I respond to everybody myself. All right, I'm here to help. Okay, so now, that said, let's walk through MLGS on this. As I said, I keep my pre-made things over here in my email. Some people don't. Some people keep them on Google Docs. Whatever suits you best, right? Just find your rhythm and go with it. So everything's here. So you can see I have my subject in here. I have my body in here. And I actually have my links in here too because my email allows me to do that. I guess not everybody's does, but mine does. I always double check them though, when I move them over. So let's go over to your MLGS account, your first one, remember. Open up your mailing system. It's running super slow today for some reason. Select all your leads. I'm up to 16,900 now, I guess, on this account. As I told you guys, I got a lot of accounts, but man, they add up fast. It's just crazy. So now with the first email, it doesn't really matter if you put your subject in first or you put the body in first. So in this situation, we can just come up here, grab this. And what this is pertaining to is MLGS. This isn't a different project that I'm working on. So just copy it, move it back over here. You probably guessed that by the 82 cents a day. It's like 82.00 something cents a day, I think it comes out to be 25 bucks a month. But anyway, paste it. You're in there. Come on down here. Remember, you can't click and paste here. So you're just going to highlight all that. I just hit the backspace on my keyboard. That erases it. Go ahead, leave it blinking. Come back over here and make sure you highlight everything, including your name. I tend to leave that out when I'm talking. I don't know if you remember that from the last video, but copy. And come back over here. You cannot paste, so you Control V on your keyboard. It pastes it in there. And then real simple, I already put the top in, so just roll up here, highlight everything. Oops, see, I almost took my name out again, you guys, while I'm talking. You gotta be careful. Let's see, I bring everything up, as I said, to a 16. That's a personal choice. You don't have to. That's just, I think it's a good size. And then while you got it highlighted, right click and copy it. Remember, so you can carry it over to your next one. Okay, select perfect timing. And then I don't like to leave that gray for whatever reason. And then, as I said, so come back up to the top. Always double check yourself, especially when you're first getting going, but I always kind of do it anyway. So all my leads are selected. I've got my subject in there, and I have my body in there. Now, one thing I haven't done, and this is something I can't do in my email, is you see here, I got ahead of myself again because I'm talking and I don't normally talk and do this. But anyway, click here. And what I like to do is I like to put in this little thing here where it says first name. And I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll show you something else that's pretty cool. So copy that and come back down here and Control V. All right, so now what I've got there is I've got hey first name fix, meaning hey Jim, hey Sally, hey Mary, hey Frank, hey whoever it is, it's going to say hello to them. Okay, JD here, and then it goes on to explain. Now I've got my links here. You notice I put 2 links. You can try back and forth with it. It just kind of depends upon the email and the wording, like does it fit in there, right? But there's 2 links there. So what I would suggest is double checking. I did install my link, but I would say double check in this system. And that is in fact my link. Let's see, I got to move my little picture tracker here, my little video tracker. Okay, you guys can't see it, but it's there, I promise you. All right, so, okay, that is my link. And then if that's my link, then the odds are that this is my link as well. But what the hell, might as well check the first one, right? So, yes, in fact, it is my link. All right, because, you know, you'd hate to send out an email without your link in it, right? So there you have it. Now, scroll back down. So since I did mess this part up here, probably what I'm going to do is I'm just going to re-highlight all this. And I'm going to make sure that everything is in fact a 16. There we go. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to copy it. As I've told you guys before, I'm not super technical. So, you know, I don't know why, but each time you do this, you got to upsize the lettering. It doesn't carry over. It does shrink. You know, when you bring it over the next one, I wish it just stayed as 16 all the way through. That would make it one less click that you got to do on each page, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, so you can see that I've already sent this email out because I sent them out in the morning. But if it weren't sent, there would just be a little thing that says send email. It would send email. Then if you guys remember, come back up here to the top. Oh, I said I was going to teach you something cool. I'll teach you right here. This first name fix, you can use, as you see, I used it in my last title of my email. You can also put it in the subject line. So if you want to say, hey, Bill, got 82 cents, you can put it in there. I don't do it all the time. I do it sometimes. You know, I kind of just change it up based on, I guess, the way I'm feeling that day, I suppose. But anyway, so come back up here to the top. Now, what you're going to want to do is up here where it says mailing system, right click on that and then duplicate it. Okay. And then when you duplicate it, it's going to open up the same page. Then go over here to account, click log out, go back up here, and then select your next sequential account. I was on 1. Now we're 2. Log into my account. Same thing. Go to mailing system. You're going to select all leads. You're going to go back down here. You're going to highlight all of this, backspace. Now you should have it. So you just Control V, it loads it up. See that? It's ready to go. Now scroll back up here. And again, this is my process. You can do this however you want. This is just what works for me. It doesn't work as well when I'm talking, but it works for me. Roll back down here. Grab your subject, highlight it, copy it, carry it over, and paste it. Okay, so now, let's see, what do we got? We've got all of our leads selected. We've got our subject in there. So now I've got to come back down here. I've got to highlight everything. And I've got to bring it up to a size 16 so that it's legible for everyone that you send it to. And while I'm there, I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to hit perfect timing. And I'm going to send that email. And then I'm going to go right on into the next one. Okay. So now there are some people already getting good feedback on this, and this video is already almost at 15 minutes now. So I'm going to cut it off here, but please, you guys, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. And one last thing in this video, I'm going to bring forward TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. And then there's also paid things that you can do. But I'm going to probably bring forward the non-paid things first. If anybody has a question or a quandary or a problem with that, please let me know. But the majority of people that I'm talking to, I think, want to know about the non-paid versions of what they can do to start generating more traffic. Okay? All right, that's it for today. I will see you in video 6. Thanks for being here.